An Iranian missile slammed into the main hospital in southern Israel, wounding people and causing extensive damage, according to the medical facility. Another missile hit a high-rise building and several other residential buildings in at least 2 sites near Tel Aviv. At least 240 people were wounded in the attacks. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz blamed Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and said the military has been instructed and knows that in order to achieve all of its goals, this man absolutely should not continue to exist. Khamenei openly declares that he wants Israel destroyed. He personally gives the order to fire on hospitals, Katz told journalists in the city of Holon near Tel Aviv. Such a man can no longer be allowed to exist. When asked about Khamenei on a visit to Beersheba on Thursday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "I have made it clear that no one is immune." But he added, "In war, I believe one must choose words carefully and execute actions with precision." A senior U.S. official told AFP on Sunday that President Donald Trump had found out that the Israelis had plans to hit Iran's supreme leader. "President Trump was against it and we told the Israelis not to," said the U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity. Netanyahu has neither confirmed nor denied the claim. Israel, meanwhile, carried out strikes on Iran's Arak heavy water reactor, its latest attack on Iran's sprawling nuclear program. Iranian state television said there was no radiation danger whatsoever, and that the facility had been evacuated before the attack. Ahead of the Israeli strikes near Rasht in Iran, the Israeli military put out a warning urging the public to flee the area around Rasht's industrial city, which sits about a few kilometers southwest of the city's downtown. The Israelis did not immediately describe what they sought to destroy in the area. However, with Iran's internet being shut off to the outside world, it's unclear just how many people in Iran would be able to see the message. Meanwhile, Iran's state-run television and radio stations offer irregular updates on what's happening inside of the country, instead focusing their time on the damage wrought by their strikes on Israel. A powerful explosion was recorded in Tehran in an area where Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's bunker is believed to be located, Al Jazeera reported, citing local residents. According to local residents, loud explosions were heard in the area. No official statement has been made yet about the details and consequences of the incident. It should be noted that the area in question was targeted previously, on June 18. Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was moved to an underground bunker in Lavizan in northeastern Tehran hours after Israel began its attacks on Tehran early Friday, 2 informed sources inside Iran told Iran International. All members of Khamenei's family including his son Mojtaba are with him, the sources said. According to the sources, during the previous operations against Israel, True Promise 1 and True Promise 2, the Supreme Leader's family was also taken to the bunker. At that time, Mojtaba was by his side, but 2 of his sons, Masoud and Mustafa, were not with him. Recently, Israel targeted the city of Mashhad, located 2,300 kilometers from the Jewish state, for the first time. A diplomatic source in the Middle East told Iran International that the Israeli airstrike on Mashhad was a warning to Iran's Supreme Leader that he is not safe anywhere in the country. The diplomatic source added that Israel could have eliminated Khamenei on the first night of the operation, but the Israeli government chose to keep him alive to give him a final chance to decide on completely dismantling the Islamic Republic's uranium enrichment program. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered increased strikes on strategic targets in Iran following an Iranian attack on an Israeli hospital. Iran fired about 30 ballistic missiles early Thursday, directly hitting southern Israel's main hospital, Soroka Medical Center, and 2 more strikes in the central cities of Holon and Ramat Gan, wounding dozens. A fire erupted and cars were set ablaze following an Iranian attack in southern Israel on Friday. According to Associated Press earlier on Friday, the Israeli army said that sirens sounded in several areas across Israel following the identification of missiles launched from Iran towards Israel. The emergency services did not report any casualties but released video showing cars on fire and a big cloud of smoke rising near some buildings. The latest attack came a day after an Iranian missiles hit a major hospital in Beersheba, southern Israel, and struck residential buildings in Tel Aviv on Thursday, wounding 240 people and causing extensive damage. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz blamed Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and said the military has been instructed and knows that in order to achieve all of its goals, this man absolutely should not continue to exist.
התפרק לנו הבניין. התפרק לנו הבניין. תנסו. מהר, המכוניות, מהר, מהר. לך ימינה, לך ימינה. לך ימינה, ימינה, ברב. בוא ימינה. בואו, 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 בואו. בואו. בואו ימינה, התפרק לנו הבניין. התפרק לנו הבניין. התפרק לנו הבניין. בואו, 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 בואו. בואו, בואו. לאט לאט, בואי נרים אותך, בואי.
כן, מה יש להם לזרוק לשם?
The United States is preparing for the possibility of a strike on Iran in the coming days, Bloomberg reported on Thursday, citing people familiar with the matter. Bloomberg reported sources suggest possible strike plans targeting the weekend. One of the officials said some of the U.S. aircraft had been moved from U.S. Al Udeid Base, America's largest Middle East military installation, near Doha, in Qatar, and naval vessels had been moved from the military's Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. The official stressed that force protection is the priority, adding that it is a common practice. However, the source declined to say how many had been moved and where to. Low-resolution satellite images suggest that Qatar's Al Udeid airbase is nearly empty and the aircraft parking areas have been cleared. US, UK and Qatari aircraft appear to have been moved amid fears of possible Iranian strikes. The U.S. Embassy in Qatar on Thursday barred staff from entering Al Udeid Air Base, citing temporary security restrictions. The embassy advised personnel and U.S. citizens in Qatar to heighten their vigilance, citing an abundance of caution and the context of persistent regional hostilities. Earlier, Reuters reported that an aircraft carrier in the Indo-Pacific is also heading to the Middle East. It should be noted that speaking to reporters on Wednesday, Donald Trump declined to say whether he would join Israel's strikes on Iran, saying, "I may do it, I may not do it. Nobody knows what I'm going to do." Iran has warned the U.S. that if the latter becomes directly involved in the war with Israel, Tehran will respond firmly.